Considering making a move to the Chicago suburbs? Here are 5 steps to help you get started. Number 1, establish a budget. Consider things like not just the price of a home, but what are local property taxes like? Does a specific area have a transfer tax? What is a transfer tax, you say? Well, it's a tax for buying or selling a home, and different municipalities or villages or towns have different rates, so you want to factor that into your overall budget. Consider areas like Niles or Mount Prospect have a transfer tax that the buyer pays in the amount of $3 for every $1,000 of purchase price of a home. So if you buy a $400,000 home, consider an extra $1,200 you'll have to spend for a transfer tax. Other areas like Morton Grove, they have a seller pay for that. But again, if you buy a home, consider you'll eventually be a seller and you'll be on the hook to pay that. Other areas like Glenview or Northbrook, they don't have a transfer tax. So you may buy a home in Niles or Mount Prospect that's $400,000 and pay $1,200 extra for a tax to buy that home, whereas buying a home in Glenview or Northbrook, that tax doesn't exist. So it will impact your bottom line. Other things to consider: does the local area have a vehicle sticker? If you live in the city, if you're coming from out of state, maybe there are areas that you may pay a vehicle city sticker or a wheel tax, we'll call it. In Chicago, that could be over $100 a year for every car that you own in your household. Some suburbs will charge 25 to 80 or even $100 per year per vehicle for a vehicle sticker, while other areas like Glenview don't charge a vehicle sticker annual rate at all. So that may be something you factor into your budget also. Number 2, narrow down your search area. What are the driving factors for your next home? Are you looking to be close proximity to things like the train or downtown areas, coffee shops, restaurants, shopping? Or are you looking for more space, maybe a larger yard, maybe an area where the homes are further apart? Are schools a driving factor for you? Consult with websites like niche.com or Great Schools. If crime is something that you're concerned about, check with the local police station for the area that you are considering. Ask questions. So you've established your budget and areas of interest. Number 3 is do a buyer's consultation with a local buyer's agent. I do this virtually with potential buyers I may be working with, but it's important to establish what your goals are and make sure that you're on track. Feel free to message me and I'm happy to arrange a time to chat about your goals. If I find that you're looking to focus on an area that I'm not super familiar with or don't work with very often, I'm happy to connect you with an agent anywhere across the state so you've got an expert on your side. Number 4, talk to a lender before you start looking at homes. A lender will help you verify that your budget was correct and make sure you're taking into consideration all your costs, and they'll give you an idea of what you need to budget for closing costs. They'll also review your credit to make sure that there aren't any surprises that you may need to work through before buying a home. And if you get started early with a lender, they may be able to guide you through any potential issues in your credit to help maximize your score and get the best interest rate you possibly can. I highly recommend you check with your buyer's agent during that buyer consultation to see what lenders they may recommend you get in touch with. Personally, I have access to a large group of lenders, but the lender that I put you in touch with will vary depending on your specific scenario. Are you a first-time buyer looking for access to down payment assistance programs? That may be one lender. If you're considering a more expensive home and will end up taking a larger loan, you may end up with what's called a jumbo loan product. And the lender that I put you in touch with for that will be somebody that I know is very competitive in providing jumbo loans. Now, if you've got a not so great credit score, maybe you're working through some financial issues, that might be a different lender I put you in touch with. I've got lenders that focus on working with buyers to help them increase their credit scores to be able to qualify to buy, or potentially increase their credit score to be able to lower their costs of buying. So during a buyer's consultation, the more I know about your specific situation, the more I can do to help you figure out who best to speak with to help achieve your goals. And number 5, the most important one of them all, find a great buyer's agent to partner with. A great agent is not just a tour guide to help open doors for you and look at homes and pretty kitchens and bathrooms. A great agent's going to be there to guide you through the process. They'll also point out things that you may not be noticing in homes. When I'm out with buyers, I'm looking for things like, are there signs of water in the basement that we're in? Are there foundation cracks or cracks in the walls that may point to foundation cracks? Does the furnace, air conditioner, water heater, or roof look like they may be towards the end of their useful life? I'm not a home inspector, but I've been through so many of my buyers' inspections and I've seen so many homes that the things that aren't correct tend to jump out at me more than somebody that hasn't seen so many homes. And another benefit of a great buyer's agent, when they know what you're looking for, they're going to be keeping an eye out on the pre-market for you. That's before things ever hit online on the portals like Redfin or Realtor.com or Zillow or Trulia. A great buyer's agent is going to be keeping an eye out for the listings that are going to be coming on and putting those in front of you before they hit the market. Things like the private listing network that an agent has access to, or top agent network, or local agent to agent websites where agents share options that may be coming on the market. A lot of buyers wonder, well, what does a buyer's agent like myself charge to represent them through the home buying process? And actually, when a seller lists a home in the area, they're offering a certain amount of money to me to bring them a buyer for their home. And so the homes that are listed locally will already have a certain amount that they're willing to pay that agent to bring them a buyer. Thanks for watching. If you found this helpful, please let me know by hitting that like button. And if you want to stay updated on future helpful videos, make sure to follow or subscribe here. If you have further questions or are thinking about making a move in the future, send me a message and let me know how I can help.